When it comes to protecting your future, CLLB Law is here to help. Joining me is Steve Langdon. He's an attorney and partner at CLLB Law to share why expert guidance in elder law matters. Steve, great to have you here so much. I'm curious kind of what led you to get into elder law in the first place.
Oh, about 20 years ago, I had a brother who in his 20s had a brain tumor, and it came back in his 40s. And unfortunately, he ended up paralyzed from the waist down, and finally ended up in a nursing home. I was doing a different kind of law at the time, a lot of litigation. I didn't know how the system worked, and unfortunately, my brother lost everything he had.
Oh, dear.
He had two little girls that he really could have used, you know, his house and his money and those things for the rest of their lives, and instead the nursing home took it all.
Yeah.
What I learned later on is if I could go back in time, in fact, if I could go back in time today, I'd save everything he had. Everything. The rules are there to really protect the state and protect the nursing home. But if you know the exceptions to the rules, you can protect a lot of money.
Right. Let's start at estate planning. Why is that so important to start with estate planning?
Sure. Well, you know, I've got 4 kids. I want to make sure that when mom and dad are gone in their lives, that it's as easy as possible for them. Now, if you don't do estate planning, the government will tell your kids where your money's going, and it may not go where you want it to go. So really having that plan ahead of time can do a couple things. One is it can speed up the process for your kids, make it as easy as possible for the kids. You can even set up an estate plan that keeps the lawyers out of it. That's always a good thing. Keep the lawyers and courts out. And if you're ahead of the time, you can do estate planning that'll actually protect your assets from the nursing home. That's a really big deal.
Very big deal. I mean, in taking that a step further, how can an experienced attorney help you keep your savings from a nursing home taking it all?
Right, right. Well, you don't want to go broke there,
No,
right? You don't want that. And so if you're working, you can't work with an attorney that dabbles in this. Like if you came to me and asked me for help on an adoption, I wouldn't know what to do. I can send you to my family law attorney, but it's not something I do. You have to work with an attorney who only does this type of work. You got to almost specialize in it, right? But if you do that, what you can do is protect your money, protect your home, protect your assets all together, so that if there's a long-term care stay, if there's a nursing home stay later on, you can protect those assets so they don't have to all go to that nursing home.
Yeah. Why is a one-on-one consult so valuable to help kind of drill down and find out what you need to navigate?
Everybody's story's a little bit different, and so we offer free consultations. We want you to come in, we want you to sit down with me so I can talk to you face to face and really find out what's going on in your individual family so I can provide you an individual solution.
And there's a lot out there, right? We're bombarded with commercials of everybody saying they can help us, you know, not lose all our money in estate planning or nursing home, or who's experienced and who's not. What sets you all apart from the others?
Well, one, I am going to sit down with you, and I'm not going to charge you for it. We're going to sit down and talk about those situations. I myself have about 30 years of experience as an attorney. I've got a law firm with well over 100 years of experience doing things like real estate, estate planning, probate, all these different types of things, family law, adoptions, all these things that may come into part when we're talking about protecting your assets. So we have offices in Indiana. We have offices here in Louisville. We all practice on both sides of the river. So we've got that single touch that right there with you the whole way.
Right. I think, too, it can be a very personal, uncomfortable conversation to have. We don't want to look to the future and think, what if this happens? And it's so sensitive. You want to feel like you truly can talk to that person and trust that person with essentially your loved one's life and their life savings. It's so terribly important.
That's why I think it's so important to have that face-to-face conversation. And it's not threatening at all. We try to keep it as light as we possibly can. Honestly, we try to even have a little bit of fun as we're having these conversations.
You've often been described as the super attorney.
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
You need a cape and everything, right?
Right?
It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much.
It.
To get started, to have that free consult, to sit down and start the conversation, go to CLLBlegal.com.